Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for February 2020. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Aquarius. You are in love with Aquarius, and Aquarius is in love with you. You were intuitively guided to the reading or the channel. So welcome everyone. Thank you for giving my reading a chance. I hope you find your messages here. I feel that you will. I also want to wish Aquarius a happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I hope it opens up something beautiful, something adventurous. Whatever it is that you're lacking, I hope that your birthday brings it to you. I feel like 2020 is going to be a great year for you, Aquarius. I really do. I'm not basing it on planetary action. I'm basing it off of a gut feeling, but I'm also basing it off of many Aquariuses that I read for. And I pay attention to that. I pay attention to different signs, and if different, like if I read for, let's say, 10 Aquariuses in a 2-week period or something like that, I really pay attention to if there's something that is flowing through each of their readings. Then I know it's collective energy. So I think it's going to be a great year for you. I really do, and I think you truly deserve it. I really do. All right, my loves, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to give the card a couple shuffles and go ahead and clear your mind. We're going to open with a deck of Major Arcanas. We're going to use these just to get a base idea of what's going on, and then we will add different decks to it. Feel free to ask your guides to illuminate any messages that are particularly for you, something they don't want you to miss. You ask for that guidance and ask for the illumination. All right, my loves. We're only going to do a few cards from this deck. We have the Devil card of Capricorn, and we have the Lovers card of Gemini. The Devil and the Lovers. Let's take one more. Almost feels like the title. The Devil and the Lovers. Too many, and that was my fault. I could feel them slipping out of my hand. Okay, just one or two more, please. One or two more. Nothing more, nothing less. One or two more. Nothing more, nothing less. One or two more. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus, and we have the Tower. So I have the Devil and the Tower anchoring this reading with the Lovers and the Hierophant in between. So, depending on what the Devil is here for, we have some difficult energy that's anchoring the spread. I feel like this is a very small message and probably just for one or two people, but I feel like someone feels like they were like bamboozled into marrying someone. like bamboozled into marrying, why can I say that? Marrying, wow, someone. You know, if this is you, I feel like you're coming out of that now, but I do feel like you carried some energy around of, you know, I'm saying bamboozled, but what I feel is, I feel like there were some people who ended up in a relationship at a point in your lives when there was a, you know, it may be a time when we were drinking a lot, right? Or we were smoking pot a lot, or we were doing drugs. We were in that type of energy, and I feel like it's something that may have happened, like it was like fast and furious. And I feel like you came together as a couple. However, this is very similar to another reading I did, but however, you know, I don't feel like once we committed ourselves to each other, I don't feel like it lasted long after that. And, you know, I'm looking at it now, like I can look back, you know, I can look back and think about a relationship I was in during, you know, my times when when it was party, right? It was all about the party. It's hard. So anyway, I feel like, that energy is coming up. I'm not sure why yet, but it's coming up. And, I don't know, because I feel kind of not surprised. So as I reflect back at this relationship, you know, I'm not surprised that we didn't last, right? Because the foundation of it was a little wacky. I don't know. I don't know why I'm using these terms, but let's keep going. We have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You know, the High Priestess shows up in your reading. That's a call for your intuition. This is going to be your third reading, Aquarius, for the month of January. I did your reading for January, I think at the end of December, and then I completely forgot I did that and turned around and did another reading for you. And they were pretty different. So, a lot of good information. And then I have to do your birthday reading, right? I even thought about that. Like, should I just skip Aquarius and move to Pisces? And I thought, well, if I was an Aquarius, I'd be a little upset because it was my mistake that I did 2 readings. So you're going to have 3 readings this month. Okay, well, look at this. We have the Lovers again, and we have Temperance. And although these are only major arcanas, let's look at this. Now we have the whole table is filled of major arcanas. So the Lovers came back out with Temperance, card of Sagittarius, Gemini, and Sag. Up here we have Gemini and Taurus, or Gemini and Aquarius. No, I'm sorry. Well, maybe Aquarius, but Capricorn. Funny, you have the Lovers above this divine energy, and the Lovers to... Well, as I sit there and face it, it's to my left, but actually it'd be to the right. If I was to put myself in Temperance's place, so to the right to me is masculine. We have the Nine of Cups, We have the Two of Wands looking really sad. Didn't know my card was like all messed up. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is coming from underneath that tower. So I may want to rebuild this tower. Is maybe what I'm going after now, is the rebuilding of the tower. The person who wants to rebuild the tower has the Nine of Cups to their side. So, you know, that's clarity within one's emotional house. That's living within, you know, consciously making effort to smile, to laugh, to change my thoughts if they go into a negative headspace. I also feel like this is someone who, you know, it's kind of like you had an awakening. You know, you're relying on your faith again. Your belief is strong, even though it may have been rocked earlier. It definitely was rocked earlier, but I feel like it's strong again. If I go back and talk about, you know, the energy of two people at an earlier time and how there was a lot of, you know, drinking and just, let's just say partying, a lot of partying going on. You know, someone may be thinking about rebuilding that relationship. Coming from a much better place now. You know, I feel like I am a much better person. I feel like I have much more stability in my life than I did. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Devil again. We have the Three of Wands. I feel like I do, you know, I hate to talk about this in the readings because I do like to keep them positive, but I guess we do have to reflect sometimes. I do feel like there's someone who may have gone to a rehab. I feel like they changed their ways of yesteryear, you know, especially within the partying arena. I feel like they've changed, but I do feel like someone needed help to change this energy. Okay, one more, baby. What the heck? I have the beautiful Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely someone is thinking about rebuilding this tower. Now, this doesn't have to be love. I mean, we do have the Lovers here, but that doesn't mean it has to be love. But it seems like the energies are focusing around this tower, but in a different way, because, you know, I had the Devil opening up the reading, but I have the tower ending that line, and I feel like the tower is due to actions of an earlier time. I do feel like with the Nine of Cups here, I've reflected over that. I've seen my part in that. You know, I'm understanding everything much better. So I'm prepared now to rebuild it, right? I'm coming out of a completely different energy. And, you know, Temperance is here also. It talks about divine order, having patience while something's being built or rebuilt or put together. This is the type of energy where we can just let it go. Like, I trust in that. I trust that the divine is working with me. So I can kind of relieve I can release the constant wondering and all that. This is about releasing that, and I feel like somebody already has. But yeah, I definitely feel like you're rebuilding, and I feel like you're rebuilding because this Ace of Pentacles, well, I'm saying because the Ace comes in, but in a way, I feel like this is someone who has been in a certain mindset, and you're starting to see the universe work with you when it comes to manifesting, right? I have the Eight of Wands down here, so what I think about, I bring about. So I want to be careful of what energy I'm in. What I think about, I bring about, so I don't want to bring negativity to myself. But anyways, I feel like the universe is kind of in cahoots with you. So this Ace of Pentacles arise for you, and someone is using that ace, that gift, that blessing, that opportunity to rebuild something within that tower. And I have one card in my hand. I have the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you, this is the opportunity to begin your own business, to take your business to the next step. I have the 3 here next to this, so I feel like, for some of you, this is the opportunity to begin that business, but I feel like for others of you, I've begun it, or, maybe I was in a thought process, and this Ace of Pentacles may represent the ability to now bring it to fruition, bring it into your material world. Nine of Pentacles talks about success. So I want to say, if you're thinking of beginning your own business, if you're thinking about beginning a home business, if you've been working on it and maybe haven't brought it out yet to the rest of us, this talks about having confidence in yourself. It also talks about, as long as you focus on it, I feel like you're going to do very, very well here. And I feel like, I kind of feel like whatever this is, you're meant to do it. You're meant to do this. Some of you may be leaving an old job and making a change, right? Maybe I got fired from my job, and man, that hurt. That sucked, right? Ugh, that sucked. But bam, it kind of forced me to have a little alone time to reevaluate my life. And when I do that, things start to change for me. I start to see how I was kind of being held back, right back there. So anyways, I feel like, this is the tower's that kind of thing where it stings. There's no way around it. It stings. But that doesn't mean it's not meant to happen, right? It doesn't mean that the towers don't come in our life. They're going to come in our life. And many times when a tower comes into our life, it's because we ourselves didn't take the opportunity to end something when maybe we know it should have ended, right? It has run its course. If it's in a relationship, it's like, well, I don't want to end it with someone, right? But it's not always like I have to end it completely. I have to look at what's going on. I have to be real with myself, right? I have to be real with myself. And for many of you, I know it did mean that there was an ending. Again, I don't feel like the ending was, well, I'm so happy. No, it hurt for a minute, but I don't know that it took long before you started to see the possibilities within this new realm. Because pretty quickly, I see you in very optimistic energy, right? And I have to say, it is my optimism that comes first, and then the Ace of Pentacles shows up. What I think about, I bring about. Ace of Pentacles. So, I want to think about that because I also have the Devil's energy up here too, which is about temptation, which is about restriction, which is about, breaking the rules, crossing that line, that type of energy, but it's not beyond our control. We just have to balance that, right? It's learning to balance the light and the dark within us. But I'm not going to ignore that the Lovers is here twice, because it is, excuse me, let me take this heavy jacket off for a second, or sweater. It's a little too heavy. I'm always cold when I read. It never fails. I'm always cold when I read. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into the clarifiers. Look at this. We have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is good memories, happy memories, loving memories about an earlier time, perhaps a person within that time period. But it's the remembrance over, which I'm not surprised because, again, I feel, that rebuilding of the tower. And we'll clarify that a little bit more because that can mean many different things. I have the Hermit underneath that, so we do have Virgo's energy attached to the Six of Cups, which I'm not surprised, Aquarius, because I swear you always have some type of Virgo energy. Now, maybe it's me because I'm a Virgo, but I just feel like there's always someone who's connected to a Virgo. You have a lot of Earth here, too. So let's bring out the Universal Tarot. We haven't used these in a while. I'm going to give them 3 shuffles this way. I'm not going to... Let's start at the beginning. There, we're going to keep the whole spread in mind. I have the Seven of Cups coming over the Devil, and I have to tell you, I feel like that was back in my drinking days. Maybe I would drink to the point where I forgot my name. That's not funny. You know what I mean? Like I get silly. I would get silly, and I guess I'm not really feeling that in a good way. Clearly, these cards wanted to come out. I have the Emperor, card of Aries. I have Judgment. 2 major arcanas above, 2 major arcanas below. So we had some major changes within the energy of the Devil and the Lovers. Again, could be Capricorn and Gemini. But let's look at this. So, I have the Emperor. I'm talking about drinking, right? And I have the Emperor above this energy. So for some of you, you may have picked up a habit that your own father had. And your father may have passed. But you found yourself, your father may have just drank a lot. It could be a father or brother. I'm not really feeling too much negativity with this. So maybe this is something you've already worked out in your mind, but nonetheless, you find yourself in a similar situation. And I do feel like the father has passed, or I guess there could be no communication type of thing. But again, I'm not feeling like I have hate towards this man. If anything, I feel like the father would come in as guidance, right? An awareness over what was going on. And by the way, if this is not you that maybe had, and I'm just saying drinking, it can be anything. It can be anything that causes the brain to get cloudy, right? To impair your judgment. Something that could start small and then all of a sudden it's more and more money, right? Money. And then the search for it, right? It's no longer just recreational. I kind of feel like I need it. I may get up in the morning and have a drink, that type of thing. This could have happened. This could have been the other person, though, in the relationship. So for some of you, it's a father. And even if you then found yourself in a similar situation, whether that be you or this partner back in the day, I feel like the drinking followed you. Okay, again, whether it was me doing the actual drinking or I connected with someone where there was a lot of drinking. And I have a feeling it might have been both because I'm being reminded of this tower over here and feeling like I'm not surprised the tower came down. And again, if I look at this with a clear mind, if I'm you and I look at this with a clear mind, I can easily see that, right? But I guess here what I would say is, what I want to look at is, is this something I can tie back to my father? And if I can tie it back to my father, I could probably tie it back to my father's father and my father's father's father. That type of thing. And breaking those ties, breaking that addiction once and for all. I feel like you have a lot of energy here, a lot of blessings towards that. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. I have the Eight of Swords. It's the energy of, maybe I used to be someone who relied on God, relied on my God. And after this fiasco, well, I no longer have the faith that I used to have. My beliefs have been tested, truly tested. I also want to say, and I don't mean to dwell on the past, I'm only mentioning it so that we can see what needs to be seen and then move on from it. Because I feel like back in the day, it was the opposite. I didn't move on. I feel like some of you kind of felt trapped within that energy, again, of an earlier time, like I felt trapped within it. But I wasn't, but I felt it. And I guess if I feel it, then in a way I am trapped, but, I'm being told, no, we weren't trapped, but the feeling is just as real as if you were. I feel like you may have thrown your hands up to God a few times, like, what is going on? I have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Coming over the Hierophant, so for some of you, it's the Taurus energy. I have the Three of Pentacles. I'm not surprised because, again, I felt we're rebuilding this tower, and the Three of Pentacles talks about the collaboration, right? Other people helping you to build this tower. Yet, as you're doing that, to remember to keep your authentic touch. Okay, so it's maybe I'm building a home. Maybe I don't know. But whatever it is, I feel like it is about other people helping. But then also not forgetting, being confident. Let's say it that way. Let's put it that way. Stay confident in your ability. Okay. And, yeah, just stay confident within that. Let's keep going. The Magician. Beautiful. So you will be rebuilding. We're definitely rebuilding that tower. Stay with that for a second. Eight of Cups. With the Seven of Cups over here, we move into the Eight of Cups, and this Eight of Cups is in movement. So this tells me that whatever this energy was back here, the ability to kick it, right? Again, if I was drinking a lot, I'm able to quit drinking. If I just flirting a lot, dating a lot, this and that, I'm able to turn over a new leaf. I'm being who I really am. But listen, it's because you have some type of goal in mind. Some type of goal. Some of you, I feel like you may be actually taking that tower and moving it to a different location, whatever that means. Whatever that means. But I love that the Magician just showed up. This tells me, again, this rebuilding of this tower, it is something you want. It's not something I'm being forced to do. This is something you want to do. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, gee, it just sounds like it's about drinking. No, I don't think that. I think there's many different things. And I feel like when it says rebuilding it, one of the things you're doing with that is you're rebuilding your faith also. You're rebuilding your faith within yourself, but also within source. You know, you're becoming much more confident, and you're in action. You're definitely, at least when we get to this point, you are in action. I come back to that Eight of Swords up there, and I'm looking at it again next to the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm wondering, is some of you, it was a fear about starting your own business? You know, again, maybe you did, something happened, something felt terrible, the way something happened, so, you know, that came down, and I want to rebuild it. I have the 9 again down here, and this Ace of Pentacles feels like it's the blessing after the Tower. So I feel before where I was fearful to maybe own a business, be the business owner, be the manager, to speak, to be the one who speaks for whatever this rebuilding is. I feel that gets rectified. Just if I come down here, this Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles kind of rectifies everything for us. But sometimes we need to know where we've been to better understand where we're going. All right, then I have the Queen of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you are heading towards this Queen. Why? Well, the next energy that follows is the Lover. So she could be a Gemini, or a Libra, or Aquarius. But don't worry about the signs when it comes to that. But this is moving, so someone is moving towards this Queen. Let's take another one after her. Jeez. Okay, now all of a sudden I'm getting chaotic energy. I don't want that. I have the 5 of Wands. So this is the energy of competition. It's the energy of like-mindedness. It can be that give and take type of energy, that push and pull type of energy. It's a 5, so it is about change. So something within this Queen's energy is also changing. Let's keep going. Didn't want this many cards, but we're going to take them. I have the 9 of Swords, and I'm going to stay over here for a second. There's that Ace of Pentacles again, but why am I fearing that? Why am I fearing? I'm actually fearing. I'm fearing this Ace of Pentacles. I want it, but yet I'm fearing it. I have the 6 of Swords. You know, maybe for some of you, this Ace of Pentacles requires a move. This opportunity that shows itself says, you know, one of the things, because there is a lot of movement around it, I got to be willing to move. Now, physically, some of you, mentally, probably all of us, but some of you, it's physically. Again, I felt that earlier, like I'm picking up the Tower and I'm moving it, I'm relocating it. I have the Strength card, Major Arcana, card of Leo, number 8. And I have the 7 of Swords. Excuse me. Okay, let me look at this a little bit more. Okay, so I feel like, as it relates to this Queen up here, male or female, well, okay, let's step back a second. So we're clarifying, number 1, the Tower. Okay, we're clarifying this energy up here. So again, it's the rebuilding, but as I rebuild, again, I feel like there's movement, right? There's movement. So some of you are moving towards this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords in some way, somehow represents what you feel would be like competition, very like-minded energy. But yet, as I'm moving towards it, I still have this fear about this Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are presenting to this Queen, you're presenting an idea, you're presenting the rebuilding of the Tower. she may be part of what's also known as Three of Pentacles, right? This is about collaboration, like-minded energy. Six of Swords is the energy of willing. I'm willing and able to put down the swords of the past, to put this down. Because why? Because there's been clarity over it. So now it doesn't hold me back like it used to. It doesn't keep me. That memory no longer has the power over me that it used to, right? And that came from you. Give yourself a lot of credit for that. Give yourself a lot of credit. So I do feel like the energy of setting down those swords, setting down the past, you know, even the energy of like, I don't want to fight anymore, right? I don't want to fight with people. I don't want to fight with my lover. I don't want to fight with my people I work with, that type of thing. I'm looking for peace. I'm looking for abundance, and I'm concentrating on me and my material world. No doubt. Doesn't mean love doesn't come into it, and maybe it's all part of it. Actually, for some of you, it could be all part of it. And I want to say, as it relates to business, if someone is maybe asking someone to do a partnership, or let's partner up again, you may have in an earlier time wondered if you could trust the person. Maybe you thought the person was like maybe skimming a little money or whatever it was. You know, so there was a little doubt around whether I could trust. This may just be your innate nature. Like, I don't know if I can trust anyone, right? I don't know if I can trust anyone to see it and then produce what it is what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. You know, and Virgo's got a lot of that energy too of I'd just rather do it myself type of thing. But this is asking for some type of collaboration. You know, and it's not about quieting your voice. It's about being strong in who you are. But I feel like if I want that collaboration, I'm coming to the table with much different energy, right? I'm not coming with aggressive energy. I put that down. I put it down, and yeah. So let's carry on. Carry on my wayward son. Carry me. That's Kansas, by the way. I know I don't sound like them. Alright, let's carry on. I'm glad I used this deck. I don't know. I feel like it's meant to be in this reading. Alright, let's look at the Lovers. We have the Hierophant again. Interesting. Taurus standing out in the reading. Making a mess of my cards, though. Three of Wands again. Beautiful. Two of Wands. Okay. It's funny. You have the Three of Wands looking that way. I have the Two of Wands looking that way. Now I wonder if this is two people in the Lover's card, and actually what I want to do is I want to take one card on that. Look at that. Okay, so interesting. So what I'm looking at, let me show you. Alright, so I have the Three of Wands, right? And look at I have a hard time seeing it in a monitor. He's looking that direction, and the Two of Wands is looking the opposite direction. So I feel that. I feel that they're looking in the opposite direction. So I wanted to clarify, like, you know, and this is coming over the Lover, so I wanted to clarify, who are these two people? Are these two separate people? Are these both you? Or are these the two people in the Lover's card? That's what I wanted to clarify. Wow. I think we received our clarification. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. So this is love. This is soulmate energy. Especially with the Hierophant right there. But I want to follow along with this for a second. I find it interesting. So I feel like one is looking back and one is looking forward. Maybe we're just on two energetic levels right now. Tell me more. Tell me more. I have the Ace of Swords. Kind of shown in reverse though. So I'm going to leave it that way for a second. Coming over Temperance. So Temperance always tells us have patience, to have faith, right? And you have the Hierophant all around that. So this is about having faith. This is about coming from that energy level of the Hierophant. The Ace of Swords comes out in what feels like reverse, and I feel like that's more about the communication. By the way, I have the Lovers sitting above that. So I feel like that is, no communication yet, but Temperance is saying, hang on, baby. Hang on, baby. Someone may be looking in the wrong place, but I feel like they'll be turned around. They'll find their way. I do feel like someone's just looking in the wrong place. But I have no doubt whatever this two separate ways is, well, let's keep going. I have the Nine of Wands coming over the Nine of Cups, 99. I have the Page of Cups, and I have the Ace of Wands. So a lot of aces coming out. That's a lot of different opportunity. That's a lot of different ways of seeing something and then manifesting it. That is what I'm thinking about. I'm bringing about. I may be bringing it about quickly. Again, I feel like in some way communicate, like I haven't heard from this person in the Two of Cups and the Lover's card. I haven't heard from them, or we haven't had communication in a while. But yet I have the Nine of Wands here coming over this Nine of Cups. So this is what I feel like it's saying. I feel like I have two people over here. And again, that rebuilding of the tower. Now, maybe it's not your thought process, but I kind of feel like it's two people's thought process. So that rebuilding of the tower, but I don't feel like everyone's ready for that. I feel like one side is ready, but I feel like the other side's still looking in the wrong direction. Again, this is not a worry that I need to take on because Divine is taking care of that. So someone may be like a step behind me, right? They may be in the illumination period, and then the clarity comes. But I don't want to worry about this. Okay, that's the one thing I want to say. Don't worry about where this other person is at or what they're doing, or it's them, or it's flip-flopped. Okay, because, and I get this in my reading all the time, and I have to tell you, in the last couple of months, I feel like it's in every reading, but that's okay, because I feel like it's the same. That Ace of Swords in reverse is representing to me right now like the split, right? The sword that comes down and then the split. And then I move into the Nine of Cups energy. So that's independent energy. And it's living well within independent energy. It's being okay with my independence, right? I'm not like my life sucks because there's not love in it, or you know what I mean? This is saying that you, first of all, you got the Page of Cups over there too. So I know that you've taken the time. That's like self-healing. A lot of spirituality in this reading also. But definitely the energy of self-healing. And then that Ace of Wands is like, okay, let's go, baby. So it's taken some time enjoying the life that you have created for yourself. No matter where you're at, the things that you have done for yourself, the illumination that you've had, and then about action, right? So And what I'm saying here is, again, there's a split. There's a split up here. For some of you, it was to put you in independent energy. We can go back and say, well, that foundation was a little shaky to start with anyways, right? It was shaky to start with. Ultimately, I want to rebuild it. Maybe this is what I'm thinking. I want to rebuild this, right? But this is about, let's let everyone get in place, be in place. We have a little straggler over here, but that's not your concern. That's easy to say. I don't know. I shouldn't have said it like that. Not your concern. Well, yeah, it is, Sandy. They have my heart, so it is my concern. And I know that. But I feel like what your guides are saying, that the more you concentrate on your personal joy, your personal desire, and your goals, the happier you become within yourself. And that means a lot. It means a lot. I would say it's like night and day of how I used to be and how I am now. Kind of like night and day. And I feel like that's more about how I'm building my own foundation, okay? So, like most things, they say nothing happens for nothing. So, Temperance kind of says that too. Like, I've had control of all of this, right? It's about divine timing, which means the right timing. The right timing. Sometimes I don't want to rush it. Someone's still straggling a little bit. I don't want this person straggling if we're going to come back into this Two of Cups, right? I want that attention on me. All on me. All eyes on me. That type of energy. Okay, I'm going to leave these out for a minute. We're going to continue. Take the bull by the horn. The Nine of Wands here, I always say with the Nine of Wands, I could also talk about past lives. And the reason why that just popped into my mind is I just did a twin flame reading yesterday, I believe it was, and it was all about a past life. So, and I don't know, I just feel like some of you may really resonate with that. You do have some similar things in here. Okay. King of Cups just popped out. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. When this King is in the upright, this is someone who is happy to be in love. This is someone who enjoys being in love. Will probably say, I'm better in love than not in love. He is in the upright, but let's talk about him for a second in the reverse, because that would explain earlier energy. Not someone who can be very flirty, someone who could certainly drink a lot, and then when they drink, their personality changes. But he's in the upright. And he's coming over. Look at that. Temperance is coming out again. I was just going to say he's over the Eight of Wands, which is about something coming in, right? But what's coming in is something I wanted to come in, because it's almost like my manifestation. But Temperance is saying, not just you, my dear, not just you. This is the universe behind this action. Temperance is coming out again. And by the way, we have Water and Sagittarius side by side, but I also have Sagittarius with Sagittarius, and I have Sagittarius with Capricorn. I don't know. I just feel like with Temperance right here surrounding the Lovers and the Two of Cups, I kind of feel like I don't have a lot to worry about. I feel like probably where I should concentrate is over here on myself, on my business, on my own foundation. Because I feel like the universe is like, sweetie, we got this taken care of. We, we're waiting for that perfect time. And I want to say, I feel when the universe is involved, right? When the universe divine is involved, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think, oh my God, where am I going to meet them? What's going to go on? How's it going to happen? Because I trust that I will be in the right place at the right time. We have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Three of Swords with the Five of Cups. And hello, we have the Chariot. Okay. So not only do I feel like, this is a great birthday reading because I just feel like everything is falling in place for you. I really do. No wonder I felt like 2020 is going to be a great year for you. I just feel like in this type of energy, things just falling in place for you, right? I feel like I've done the hard work back here. I've done, the self-analyzing, the self-discovery, and allowed healing to take place. I feel like many of you have done it, and you're moving into the energy of this Ace of Pentacles showing up of opportunity. Take the bull by the horn, definitely. Okay, but then let's come back down here. So, I have this Queen of Wands looking at the Three of Swords, and I feel like this Queen of Wands is also, she's probably representing fire, but I also feel like she's representing someone who had looked at this Three of Swords clearly, because here's the Three of Swords, right below it is the Three of Wands. This is very optimistic energy. This is very sad energy. Okay, so I feel like I must have examined this. I must have overcome this Three of Swords. Because then I move into energy of, listen, that pain is there, but so is the missing of someone. Right? The pain is there, but I feel like I've somewhat got that under control. And now my energy is of thinking about them, missing them. This is probably going both ways, by the way, because anytime temperance is this strong in a reading, I feel like it's happening for two people. Not at the same time, like different things are happening for each of these people, but they're happening in, it's like the cause and effect, right? To bring our lovers back together. Okay, because I have the Chariot that follows that immediately. So I feel like this is the way I used to think. Three of Wands to say now I'm much more optimistic. I'm much more optimistic about my future. Even in the way that we could possibly rebuild this tower. Chariot comes into the reading, which is always a beautiful thing. But remember, to ride that Chariot, it asks that I have balance within myself. Balance of the feminine and the masculine. Balance of the light and the shadow. This is when this Chariot will take me wherever I want to go, right? There are no limitations. No limitations on the Chariot. But there's only one requirement. Balance and then jump on board, right? Chariot's also an intuitive ride, okay? It can be physical too, but it's intuitively knowing and taking that thought process anywhere you want. And I'm saying that because it's also coming over the building of a business, the building of a creative idea, the taking it from scratch and bringing it to the world, a way to now make your money if you choose. I just realized I saw the Three of Pentacles over here too. So it's for many, there's a lot of threes in this reading, so there may be a lot of collaboration. As above, so below. You're not on this ride alone. You're not on this ride alone. Unless you want to be. You can always say, Spirit, I want no help. Right? That was not for me. Because you really call the shots here, right? It's your free will first. So, hey, the Chariot's here. Okay, interesting. We're going to take some below, and I think then I'll let it be. We have the Queen of Cups, so we just had the King of Cups above. Now we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is that energy of feeling like you were thrown out in the cold, right? Attached to this Queen of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it's the energy of feeling I feel like I've been thrown out in the cold. I'm not sure if she's causing it or this is what she's feeling right now. But what the Five of Pentacles reminds us is helpful people will be put in place. What feels so bad really isn't down the road, and quickly you notice that. It's kind of like the Tower comes in and it forces you into movement. But once you're in that movement, it's like the universe is there. Don't forget that. Again, people being put in place to help you, probably every step of the way. If this is about, being thrown out of a job, get in that mindset. If you want to start a business, start thinking it, right? Be positive about it. Even if you think it's impossible, it's not impossible. Maybe you just need to find the right people to collaborate. But I feel like this is what's happening. The right people are being put in place for you. Because ultimately, it is what you want. That's what I feel. I feel it is what you want. I have the Empress. And I have the Knight of Wands. These two people are coming above the Devil. By the way, that's a Page of Wands, not the Knight of Wands. It's Page of Wands. I have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I have the Three of Cups. We have another three. In quite beautiful energy. I feel like this is the coming together. It is the celebration. This King of Pentacles kind of showing up over the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands. So again, it's independent energy. Yet I feel like then someone shows, someone comes in, and we join forces with the Three of Cups. This is about the celebration over. I'm celebrating. Listen, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating my business. I'm celebrating my idea. I'm happy about it. Again, the collaboration. And it's within this collaboration, I'm consciously trying, how do I want to say this? I'm just very optimistic. Let's keep it that way. I'm very, very optimistic. I'm looking at this King of Pentacles, is looking back at this Empress, with the Page of Wands in between. It almost makes me feel like almost feel like this King of Pentacles is sending back information to the Empress to start moving her in this way. Some of you, it could certainly be the celebration is around becoming a mother. You may have already become a mother, and within this Lovers card, the two of you may have had a child, and for some reason they feel like they're all looking back at you, but it's under the energy of celebration, of joy, of happiness. Let's take just a couple more here. I have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you did have a child with someone. Again, you know, before that Tower came, within the Lover's energy. And I do feel like you had a child together. And I don't know. I kind of feel, I don't know why, but I feel like the father and son are looking back at the mother. Almost like they're bringing in good news to the mother. And I feel that. I feel like someone is bringing good news into this Emperor. I kind of feel like it's the King of Pentacles, but I feel like the King of Pentacles is attached to this Page of Wands. And I kind of feel the Page of Wands is a person. We're going to take one card on both Kings. And then we're going to wrap her up. Wrap it up. We have the Six of Pentacles. So I don't need to fear the King of Pentacles. He comes in with a very compassionate, loving type of heart. This may be someone who's going to help you finance this dream, this business over here. You know, I'm saying a dream. Maybe it wasn't like this big dream, but it was an idea, something that came to you. It's within your own abilities and your own creativity. And listen, the Seven of Pentacles is above that, so I feel like that's just something that's meant to be, right? It's the time. This is the right time with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel. It's also a card about patience, but I feel like it's saying this is becoming the right time. Again, celebration over. Some of you, this King of Pentacles seems to be the one who, in some way, helps support this dream, whether it's through finances or just being there for you. I have the Two Swords coming over the King of Wands. So this King of Swords, the King of Wands puts me in a question mode. I want to link this now. I want to link these two. Actually, I want to shuffle for that. I want to link these two because I feel like they're working against each other. Doesn't mean they are, but I kind of feel like that. I feel like for someone, it's about a relationship that's coming together. And I feel like, where would my problem have been? I feel like it was like I had a child with someone else, and I feel like the father of that child didn't make it easy for me. But I feel like, you know, I ended up in another relationship. Let's see. Look at that. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I'm taking it in here. It's a card of destiny. It's like, why is it confusing me at the last moment? What am I missing? What am I missing? Well, I like how the wheel is touching the Three of Cups. Because this is energy. This is movement, right? It's the energy we're moving into. I feel like it's destined energy, especially with the Seven of Pentacles right here, too. Maybe this is what you're doing. You're questioning. You're questioning something. You're questioning whether to come together with someone. You're questioning whether to take this ace and run with it. You know, there's just a little bit of I'm not 100% sure. Am I meant to do this? The answer is yes, 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 you are. And I I don't know why. I feel like the King of Wands may be the one who throws like a little confusion out there. But this King of Pentacles seems to come with really beautiful kind of balancing, loving, compassionate type of energy. And listen, wants to be part of this destiny, wants to be part of your life. But there just seems to be someone over here that's throwing a little shade on it. Again, it may be the father of the child, of your child, and this, I know it's not going to be for everyone, but it's here. So, you know, and I don't know if he's throwing shade or if you just think that. But this is about not allowing, don't allow anything like that to interfere, right? Just don't allow anyone to interfere with what it is you want to do, because you have the universe behind you here. They don't. It's about you. It's about your growth and, you know, what's meant to come together for you now. A previous seed of intention. This is in the universe just saying, sweetie, we want to make life beautiful for you. No, this is a seed of intention. These are experiences that you want to have. And now is the time, right? Now is the time. It wasn't before. It's now or soon. That type of energy. Okay. All right. Well, clarified that. And we have the moon and we have the world. So Pisces moving into the energy of the world. So the world, you know, the world's just saying, jump on board, right? Jump through this portal. This is all about you. This is for you. This is made for you, right? But do it even if you don't, you know. I'm not really surprised to see the Two of Swords here when the moon comes out, because this is not knowing, you know, I may not have all the facts in front of me, but it's not about that. It's about your intuition, right? So I can't see everything. I can't tell how everything's going to work out. And sometimes I allow that to stop me. But this is different type of energy. This is saying to yourself, listen, I planted this seed of intention sometime, whether when I was spirit or, you know, many lifetimes ago. But here it is, right? I can feel it. I can feel the change. I can feel something is being created, right? I can feel my own energy starting to manifest for me. Remember, this all started with what I think about and bring about, but some of it, again, seeds planted earlier that are now, you know, what does the Seven of Pentacles say? It's harvest time. It says have patience for the harvest, right? Make sure you're nurturing, so when the seed, or when the crop breaks the ground, we have a much better chance. It has a much better chance, right? That didn't sound right. It's not really how I meant it. But I can't take it away, can I? Anyways, guys, you know, the world coming up as your last card. So, change. Ask you to jump on board. You know, the world card is the last card in the major tarot. So, to me, it's the most important one. It's the energy when we feel closest to God. We feel closest to Source. We feel spiritual in nature. This is, it's a beautiful time. Doesn't mean, I don't want to like give you false hopes like it's piece of cake and it's that. No. It's a new set of challenges, but you're prepared for them. That's the thing. You're prepared for them. And through them, tremendous growth. You've had a lot of growth. And now it's time to walk into that collective wisdom. It's just happening. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to leave it there. So we really had everyone show up in your reading today. It's like no one was left out. So I hope this brought you clarity. I hope you get the messages. I hope you understand in the way that I read. You know, sometimes you fill in the blanks yourself, but it's giving you some great guidelines to go by. You know, just don't stop. Go out there. Believe. That I feel like that's really your message is believe. Believe in the possibilities. Believe in the possibilities. I don't know what you're rebuilding in this tower. I mean, it's many different things from different people. But you have the support like I haven't seen in a while for you. And it's kind of beautiful. So I think 2020, again, is going to be your year. And listen, this is not the year to sit back and continue to think about things. This is the year of action. This is the year of putting your beliefs into action. It just is. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. Thank you for supporting my channel and supporting my work. I just love you so much. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.